Hello and welcome to Jokakaka. I'm Jim.
Sam. I'm not going to use that name ever.
Yeah, this is our new podcast.
Not about birds.
Missed an opportunity.
Bird watching podcast.
It's our new podcast about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Part 8,
which we will be doing we'll be doing monthly recaps, or pretty much whenever a new chapter comes out, we'll be doing a recap.
Yeah, so we're going to be trying to at least do the catch up to the current chapter, which I think is 67?
Yes, 67, I think, is the newest chapter.
So we'll try to keep this for like one part. If it goes on for too long, maybe for two, but like you may have to split up if we go too long.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
I don't know how long this will be. So yeah, basically this podcast is just going to be a general overview of Part 8 so far. Mm-hmm. Since we haven't been doing this, I feel like we should put have a starting point. We want to address some mysteries that still haven't been solved, maybe some mysteries that have been solved, and generally just talk about the characters and how we like the part so far.
Yeah, I mean we could have go this by chapter, but Jim finally caught up, so it's not really like having one person who read it and one person who's still getting caught up. So it's just easier just to do this and then doing it both of us.
Yeah, and in terms of just keeping up, I think it's better to just kind of have a little catch up thingy and then go forward.
Yeah.
All right.
So spoilers from here on out for Part 8.
Spoilers for all parts of JoJo.
Yeah, I mean we have spoiler cast for everything, so it's pretty obvious. But just a heads up, just saying that we didn't warn you.
Yeah. So yeah, this is.
I think he clicked on our video somehow.
You fool! But stay, we love you. But just for one final clarification, this is going to be Part 8, chapters 1 through 67.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, so
we're gonna go we're gonna go from the arc by arc. I think we'll probably do every major one.
Yeah, I think we can just kind of go quickly through them.
Yeah, because a lot of time we're probably mostly talk about the characters and mysteries. The first part. That's
more what I'm focused on.
So think about Part 8. Yeah, it's mostly more of a mystery than any other part has been. There's always been little mystery, who was the boss and who's behind.
Even what's this character stand? Because that's always a mystery. But it's more for in terms of suspense and drawing out a story.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's we don't know anything.
Yeah, and every time we figure out a question, at least two more come out of that. So.
I think it's really cool that we start out with a character with amnesia. Normally, that's a total really main character has amnesia, but we're put into such a confusing world, and it's also
the fact that he also has the two split eyes and two tongues or something.
He has one tongue, but he has 4 testicles.
Four balls.
He has 4 balls.
I thought he had a split tongue or some kind of thing with a tongue. Too.
I don't recall. He might have.
But I know you had he also had the Gap, which we're gonna refer to him as Gappy because he is Josuke. He's called Josuke Higashikata, but everyone calls him Gappy. It's just a universal thing. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. Don't be confused by that.
So yeah, he's found. So we begin our part in the setting of Morio, which is obviously
Part 4
reference.
This one has a lot of references to multiple different parts, which is cool.
Similar to Part 7.
Part 7 was more so Part 1, but was characters from Part 3 or 2 coming in. That's it. Mm-hmm. And Higashikata being in the race.
Yeah, for the most part, it stays in that. This one, it seems like we can go anywhere. We haven't really seen any Part 6 references yet.
We saw the prison.
Oh yeah, that was the big one. Yeah,
the Stone Ocean prison or whatever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for more because Part 6 has some potential in it, even though it's a part that I notoriously don't really like that much.
It had some good stuff, but it also had some very bad stuff.
Yeah, Yo-Yo Ma when's Yo-Yo Ma?
What's your spoiler cast for us talking about how much we don't like about Part 6
yes.
and the few things we like?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so yeah, we are introduced to a naked boy with 4 balls.
Oh, we first introduced to Yashuha.
Yeah,
the Joe bro, the Joe gal.
Joe gal.
She's the main.
She's my favorite character.
Named after the last name of Kyoichi of Hiroshi or Hirose. I have the worst pronunciation, so I'm not even don't get mad at me.
Yeah.
Or barely pronounce anything.
So she's with her boyfriend, Joshu.
No, Joshu, but we'll get into him because he is one of the worst characters, not in development wise, but just as a person, I've ever read. And this is one with serial killers and mafia bosses.
He doesn't ever do anything that's evil. You would never say he's he's not like
he's a terrible person.
He is a terrible person, but he's not like a villain. That's the thing. Like he does the most deplorable things.
Like wanting to suck on his mom's on her nipples and stripping her of her clothes.
Yeah.
His own mom.
Yeah, that was really upsetting. I don't like that. How did you feel about the one chapter where he like has the curse put on him with the money?
It's great because he solved it because he's a terrible person by just giving it to a person. We'll get into that one. That chapter. I think that's like his whole character chapter.
I do like that they constantly give him development, even though he is like terrible. Like he's a very interesting Joe Bro, one that we've never really seen before. We've had like shitty Joe Bros, but they've always been like
Rohan hated
good
fucking
guys.
Josuke from part 4 like the entire time. Like he hated him with a passion.
Yeah, that's true.
The only person he liked was Kyoichi.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. It's a good comparison. Except Rohan wasn't like downright evil. Like he's pretty shitty, but he wasn't evil.
Yeah. Well, he tried to hold like Kyoichi to his own to himself, so he could like make stories off of him.
Your life's interesting. I'm gonna steal your ideas.
And your memories. But yeah, so yeah, we find her hiding from because Joshi has a giant crush on her, like a creepy crush where he wants to rape her basically.
Pretty much, Joshi just wants to rape everyone. It's really
even
gross.
his mom.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so
I hate him.
So they go to this place called the Wall's Eye, which is another mystery point we still don't completely understand.
We're told at this point in the story, that it was the result of a huge earthquake that happened, and I think aren't they like right off the right out of the Higashikata estate?
Yeah, it's in the backyard.
So yeah, basically there was a huge earthquake, but the Higashikata estate, who we don't really know anything about except part 7. We know that there was a character who had that last name.
He came in like second place or third place, I think it was. So they were rich out of it.
He was able to start this like massive fruit empire, which that becomes a little more prominent later.
Yeah,
but
fruit's a big thing.
Yeah, fruit is a strangely big thing, and it's also the name of our podcast, kind of.
But yeah.
So yeah, we basically, not to get too like caught up in the details, we are introduced to our Jojo for the part.
He's a naked sailor man.
He's a naked sailor man with no memory.
Yes. We didn't have a name yet. They don't name him until way later, like a little bit later on.
2 chapters when he gets adopted by the Higashikatas.
But he has a gap tooth. He has the 2 balls.
4 balls.
4 balls. Sorry.
Do you think it's 2 sacks or do you think it's 1 sack?
I think it's 2.
I always thought it'd be 1 sack with 4 testicles.
Well, it's gonna be split, so it's just 2 sacks. 4 balls.
But his eyes are. He doesn't have 4 eyes. He has
split eyes. He's split irises. So technically,
eyes.
Technically, it's like they're split in half. Or still like.
But he only has 2 eyes.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, he has 4 balls. I don't want to talk about balls. I want to talk about.
I think we should still talk about balls.
No.
Speaking of balls, the dessert thing that Yasho gives Josuke looks delicious. Those like, what are they even? They're like these little
snacks thing.
No. Yeah, they're like these delicious looking snacks that explode when you bite into them.
They're like jelly donuts, but less like contained.
Yeah, like volatile jelly donuts.
Yeah, so he finds him, and he comes out of the ground actually. So like he finds him like crawling out.
Yeah,
the ground or whatever. No memory. He has a hat on.
Sailor hat, yeah.
Sailor hat. He doesn't have any clothes on, but he's had the sailor hat. So. And he knows the birthmark, the Joestar birthmark, but it has the bite mark around it, which is another mystery we don't really understand yet.
Yeah, that's something that we see that appear on Yasho as well, and it's really confusing.
So yeah, I kind of think the Waldo has some kind of resemblance to like the mountain area. Remember in part 7 the way they get their stands because of the mountain? The
devil's hand. I believe they called it.
I think it's like a similar thing, but in Japan. That's like I'm thinking. And I think the bite mark is just like a more obvious, like they got to stand from here because they're in this area, and that's why the Higashikata family has all have one, and Gappy because he was 2 people, I guess. Like not sure if a new person had to get a new stand from that, so that's why he. But no, I know combined both their.
But yeah, Jofume already had. He already had something.
I know. Maybe the bite mark just symbolized.
This is why I'm confused about stands in part 8. Stands never really made a lot of sense, like how people got them, because they always had this thing back in like part 3 where it's like some stands are hereditary, some stands you get with the arrows, some stands awaken naturally. Yeah. But in this, it's like So yeah, the walleyes seem to be why everyone's getting stands, but we have Kira and Jofume.
Well, they got because they were at least Kira got because he's the Josuke, the Joestar family bloodline.
That's true, but
Jofume, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, but wait, didn't they say Jofume was related to someone important recently?
Recently? I thought he did have the birthmark.
He has the Joestar birthmark. That's like the big thing.
They don't say who yet. He said he has some relation to the Joestar family. That's unknown though.
Dude, it's gotta be Joseph.
But
it's gotta be Joseph again.
It could be. Very good. I think it's actually a good idea. But we don't. But Joseph is the only like reference on a timeline, not like anything important. Only one that are important is Johnny and Holly.
Yeah,
and then their kids.
Yeah,
like Holly's kid.
Yeah, it's like because sometimes you want to compare it to the old ones, but like other times you can't. Like because Jotaro's counterpart in this universe really isn't.
She has
comparable.
She uses a fake name. She uses Okuyatsu's last name.
Yeah, I just mean like in terms of her presence in the story.
Yeah, she's like not really there that much. Actually, I want her to be more in it.
Yeah, I think we both feel. I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, I love her. I love the Stan. But yeah, so there's still a lot of mystery things still with the family. But I think once we get into more like once he gets the fruit and goes to Holly, I think we'll find out more.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe Holly's the actual like main villain. Maybe she.
That would be amazing if Holly was the main villain. I think we should pick the pace a little bit. We can't talk about it later because we're already like getting into like better conversations. So let's. See, I think one of the biggest plot bombs and one of the biggest satisfying ones early in this was when Josuke is adopted into the Higashikata family and he finds the timeline or the
that's like the first big thing. But another thing
that was one of the best parts I thought in the beginning.
Well, first off, like he thinks he's Kira. I was talking about the beginning real quick because like we get that whole like bait and switch thing in the game because he goes finds his apartment, finds the nails, and like they really push that. Like you think, oh no, he's doing this again, and but the giant bait and switch, and just like someone else trying to frame him for like being like a murderer, or creep, or whatever. And there's like a woman in there too, and like this is one of the weird elaborate like plans to get rid of your annoying neighbor. Yeah,
this dude hated Kira because Kira made fun of him one time, and his ultimate plot was to like he kidnapped a woman for like 3 days, kept her in Kira's apartment. And then waited for Kira to come back. So that's really upsetting to me that this guy didn't get like any justice. I don't recall him like
he has like his Green Day like stand, but like the he has to be below him to actually like.
Kinda yeah. That's kind of like Green Day. Yeah. With the height changes.
Yeah. So, well, at least all we know is from there is it's like he's Kira is related to Gappy. He wears his sailor uniform. That's like his main outfit. And it's just like. Yeah, so Yoshi basically brings him to the Yoshikage because he'll adopt him, and plus he has some kind of relationship to them by being buried like in their backyard, basically. Yeah. And
did they ever explain why Norisuke adopted him? Because it makes sense. Like, later on, we find out that Norisuke is like he knows more than what he initially leads on, but it just seems kind of weird that he would just be like.
I think he still knows more than we are led to believe because he knows because he's saying the fruit. I think because Kira was part of the fruit thing.
He said that Kira knew, because he knew Kira's connection to the.
I think he knew Kira and he did it because he must have known something because isn't Kira going to get like something like the fruit for like I thought he was going to get something for him for
Probably. Well, he probably. I don't know how because we still don't know how Kira knew.
I think because lots of people recognize him because he wore the outfit and he had a brief resemblance to him. Yeah. So I'm thinking just like he knew something was up with him, like because he's the thing where he kind of plays stupid, but like he knows something going on. So I think just because he knew something was going on, he adopted the Josuke Higashikata name, and then we meet the family of his daughter Daya, the blind girl, little big boob lolly. Like
she has one of the weirdest looking stands.
Not the paper one. The little like cutesy one that like fucks with your memory.
Yeah,
just has to deal with because she loves him.
And the weakness is like if you stand in her shadow. So that's how you beat her.
She's blind.
Yeah, it's
or partial or like legally blind.
Yeah, they kind of play around with that. They say she's blind, but she can see.
She's blind, but I'm thinking she's like legally blind more so than like actually like. end all, like, can't see shit, but I hear my sound, like Daredevil. Yeah, we meet her, what's it called? The oldest daughter, what's her name?
Oh, what is her name?
What's her name? Yeah, but...
she's like the one that I don't know. Like,
she's like the teenage, like, you know...
She's like older than teenager.
I know, but she acts like a teenager, though. Like...
Her character design is, like, one of the worst in all JoJo. I hate her, like, weird one piece. She looks like she's naked all the time.
Do we meet the little kid? Like, the actual, like, the one dressed up as a girl? With the rock disease?
I don't know if we meet Tsurugi yet.
I can't remember if we do, or at least briefly.
I think Tsurugi comes later.
Okay.
But pretty much see most of the
He's kind of
family.
hidden inside the like the vault or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he has the disease, and Job. And I think we're seeing Job like very shortly when you introduce, because he goes away like immediately. Mm-hmm. Who's like?
No, wait, we don't see Jobin until way later.
I don't know.
We see Jobin's wife, I think.
That's like Jobin right there. That's right. Yeah, the one kid's Jobin's kid. That's Jobin right there.
Yeah.
But he leaves. This is when he first introduced.
Huh. I don't remember.
I'm surprised we haven't seen much of Jobin's wife.
Yeah, that's funny.
What's it called? Yeah, and yeah, their kid like is the one in the vault.
Tsurugi.
Yeah, we met Joshu, and then their maid, which is we talked about, was
what's her name?
Nijimura. Her last name is Nijimura, which is Okiyatsu's last name, but she's like
That's like she has like utterly no connection to them though. That's how I see.
Yeah. So yeah, Lithuania King bed. Daya had that creepy crush, you know. She's all over him too.
It creeps me out when Dai is always like
throws herself on
Josuke. Yeah, just because Josuke is like, I think he's supposed to be like 20 years old, and she's like 15.
If you fuse two people and one's older than the other one, like when the age like.
Oh, I didn't think about that because Kira's almost like 30.
Yeah, Kira's like 30.
Yeah, they say he's almost. Cause I just read that.
And Jobin's like young, like in his 20s, I think.
If even he might. No, yeah, because he's in college.
Yeah.
So he's at least 19.
So I'm not sure they go like smack. I guess he took more because he took more for Joe Fume's side than he did for Kira.
Yeah, when they found Kira's body.
Yeah.
So it feels like more of his
Joe Fume.
Yeah, it's more Joe Fume than.
And
Kira.
even the part where he finds out, he's like, "I am Joe Fume Kujo" or whatever. Like he said that. He says that more so than I'm Kira.
Oh, Kujo. Okay, I couldn't remember.
Joe Fume Kujo. Yeah. So. You know, he gets past Daya's stand and everything. You know, he had like that mini thing where you kind of learn each of the stands of the family. Then
her stand is really cool.
All right, so we have our first big plot like learning is the
family tree.
Johnny Joestar, the history of Johnny Joestar, and
that was so awesome. I fucking love seeing Johnny Joestar again.
So, because he finds a book revealing like. Yeah, that the families are Higashikata and the Kiras are related because Johnny married the Higashikata. The Higashikata in the race, and he married the guy's daughter.
Yeah.
So
and then moved to Japan shortly after.
So we find that out, but we don't go into much detail until a little bit later about what happened with Johnny moving there.
Yeah.
So then we get Jim's favorite girl, Yosho, get her stand, Paisley Park.
Yosho.
That's when Born This Way comes in too.
Yeah.
Ijimura's stand.
You start seeing Paisley Park. Paisley Park is like using Josuke's like navigation system on its phone.
Yeah. So can you describe Paisley Park and what it does?
Okay. Actually, I just watched a video that a guy he did it in an interesting way where it's, if you remember in the actual manga, they explain it as like, imagine there being an infinite amount of doors. Paisley Park finds like the one that's like the most able to be opened, and then goes through it, and then like is able to uncover secrets. So basically,
it guides you via like phones and everything too.
Yeah, she's like has power over electronics and can manifest herself in electronics.
Yeah, I remember like it like coming up on Gappy's phone saying to go this way.
Or Yasho's phone. Okay.
Oh, Gappy had her phone.
Yeah, sorry, no, I'm mixing things up. No, you're right.
Because running away from Born This Way, and is like telling Gappy where to go.
Yeah, she seems to. Paisley Park seems to have a control over electronics, and also
Yoshi didn't really have control of that when it was going on. She didn't really understand it.
No, it was working automatically. Yeah, she kind of is just an automatic stand.
It's like an automatic stand, but now she kind of like knows about it, and she kind of works with it now.
Yeah, that's exactly it. She works with it. She doesn't have control over it. Like
it's kind of Koichi with Act 3, where he would tell what to do, but it wouldn't actually like it had a mind of its own.
Yeah, kind of, except I think Paisley Park is way more automated, because, like, there's a part where, later on, Yasuho needs Paisley Park to, like, look something up, and it, like, knows exactly where to go. It like looks up dental records.
Yeah.
And it like figures that out by itself.
Basically, if a stand was a hacker, this would be it.
Pretty much. And she can also just go into the real world. She's like, because she looks up like physical dental records.
She's the man on the keyboard. She can like literally like look up everything they need to do like in like a stupid action movie. And
she also has like a power to predict the future, kind of. Yeah, because like the whole thing where it's like, oh, she gives Yasho an option on her cell phone where it'll be like, oh, do you want this item or this item? And then based on whatever one she picks, like in like 5 minutes that'll come into play and like saving her life or whatever. So her stand is really complicated, and I think they're going to flesh it out even more.
Yeah, it seems to be coming out again when this one. And then we have Born This Way in that thing, which is Nijimura's stand, which is like a rider. It kind of reminds me of Highway Star.
Yeah,
where
it chases you.
It's a chasing you stand that she doesn't really have control over completely. Even though like Highway Star, you had a little bit more control. You could like aim it, put it somewhere, and then it goes off of there. Where she just like can set it towards a target and then like doesn't control until it gets the target. But I love the look of it, like a motorcycle rider.
Yeah, it's very cool looking, and it also has like insane ice powers, like ice powers on the level of Pet Shop that can just like immediately destroy you. Also, it only activates when you open or close something. Or when you open something. Mm-hmm. So there's a part where Josuke like
that's how
is in
Highway Star was. Remember you had to open the door and like that one thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's funny that like people compare Blue Lagoon more to Highway Star than that one, but that makes a lot more sense.
It's kind of just maybe both, but like yeah.
I think both of them kind of do, but
Blue Lagoon was like it made other people chase you, and it wasn't like a stand that would like kill you. It was like more so the people touching you and once it touches you, you're dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we find about like what's it called? She's like related to what's it called? Kira and Holly.
Wait, who is?
The Nijimura. She's like the daughter of Holly.
Oh yeah.
And the sister of Kira.
That was such a cool like right before she like opens her guts up to Josuke. Like Josuke thinks that he broke through to her, and then she throws like a pen at him, and the pen opens up, and then the whole stand attack begins again. I just thought it was such a cool like way because she doesn't have control over it. Like
she can just basically point to where to go.
Yeah.
And then, like,
so she had to use like a clever way of like, oh, she threw something that opened on him, and I thought that was awesome. I love that a little bit.
Yeah. So she has this Joestar tattoo also, or the birthmark as well.
Yeah.
Same tattoo. So. Yeah, he does have he had to split tongues. He had like to split like different colored tongues.
Oh, Gabby. I don't remember that. That's really creepy.
You see like the different colors.
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, that creeps me out.
There's people who can like turn their tongues like you ever see people who can like turn their tongues like that? Like
yeah. Wait, what do you mean like?
Like they make it like a cup their tongue to
like that.
But like they do it up. They did the front up too. Like they do like a perfect cup. Yeah, kind of like that. I can't do that.
I can't quite do it. That's a genetic trait actually.
Yeah, so he has two tongues. He has like the two tongues, the fused as one, the 4 eyes as 2 fused together.
Yeah.
So she like figures out that he's like something about fused. She brings him to the hospital to that's where we first actually see Holly. Mm-hmm. Which is as we learn about her like brain.
But doesn't she say like
she's missing vital organs and like pieces of her brain or something like that?
Yeah, they show an MRI or one of the brain scans, and yeah, her brain looks really fucked up. Like
it's like missing.
Yeah, it looks like a stand thing though. It doesn't look like a surgery.
I feel it's missing like also vital organs but nothing negative is coming from that though, which is like confusing the doctors. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so the doctors are kind of weird, and that's like the first like another real mystery is like what happened to Holly and like what can be done. But we go in the Shakedown Road where we meet a stand. It's the most interesting stand because it's like a town. Like a road is like the road in the town is like a stand.
Yeah,
it's like a tree.
Yeah, this is a really fun one. This really reminded me of like
it's just getting Joshu's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, it reminded me of like part 4 antics that weren't important to the story, like. The one I always forget his name. The one dude with the locks on your heart.
Yeah,
like,
Him.
It reminded me of
those
like
beginning
that.
stands where they were like side characters, where they're only like there to like either be next to the main character and get like their ass kicked, or like
to just become a friend eventually.
A friend that gives you information on like where certain characters are. Or whatever. But yeah, Shakedown Road was like it was just like you just lose your money or like find ways like scams that happen.
Yeah,
that, like you lose your money, and the Citizens knew about it, so they went with it to get the money out of people, which is really funny. I love the town being in on it. So Joshu and like Josuke get like fucked by like debt.
Yeah, that was. I like the idea that the town is like mutually benefiting from a stand. Like that is really.
It
clever
doesn't go from like a filler kind of arc like you would have in part 4, but it actually comes like a major plot that like plot development comes from this town.
Yeah.
So it's cool because it kind of combines the two. So I love they. Yeah, 'cause the stands are under the leaves of the tree or something, like comes off the leaves of the tree, which is pretty cool.
And it seems like they kind of moved. Like the one thing was that Josuke like broke an aquarium, and it seemed like
pet shop.
They like moved him to like shatter a glass like.
Yeah, and they were really control like
but
everything.
Super quick, like he couldn't even tell he was doing.
But yeah, this is where we're introduced to Joshu's stand, Nut King Call, which is like the can like basically pull apart like anything with like screws. He gets put on something, he can take them out, and it disassembles.
It's really interesting.
Yeah,
I'd like need to see it used more though, because he doesn't use it enough.
Yeah, it's only 2 times. Only like 3 times because he stripped his mom naked. But yeah, so.
Oh, we actually haven't talked about Soft and Wet yet.
Oh yeah, so because like, we learn more about Soft and Wet when we learn about like. About the 2 people that Josuke is, because they're a combination of 2 stands. So let's go into more when we get into that story.
Okay, we could.
Because he takes 2 stands and combines them into one. Like, well, we'll talk about Soft and Wet in a bit. So, Josuke.
Then it's the whole paper moon.
No. After they get past, they finally, they see the statue of Johnny.
Yeah.
In the town, and that's when one of the town guys tells them the famous story of Johnny.
Johnny Joestar.
So
everyone's favorite Joestar, I guess.
Yeah, and it's really sad because he married the Higashikata's daughter, and they had a kid together. And then she was struck by a sickness. She lost her. She had the Holly where started losing her memory, and her skin was becoming like a rock.
Yeah.
And Johnny surprisingly went back and stole the corpse part from the vault that he locked it in with Diego. And Diego was dead anyway, but still.
Yeah, Diego was exploded.
Yeah, but he stole the corpse part back and took it to Japan. And the American government was kind of after him because you don't seal the corpse of Jesus Christ, and like, Johnny could make the portal thing go in there and probably grab it.
Yeah.
So he hid the corpse part, and then what's it called? He wanted to transfer the disease from his wife to himself, or no, wait, yeah, praying to the corpse. He prayed to the corpse to transfer the disease away from his wife. Johnny saw his son became ill instead because his son got the disease instead of her. That's right.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. And that's when he took the disease onto himself and had his head crushed by a rock.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
So there's a lot of questions that this raises. The biggest one is that I'm so like hung up on the walleyes for some reason. I'm convinced that the corpse and the walleyes are connected. Like, they have to be.
Because he said, like, he prayed to the corpse part, but we don't know where the corpse part went.
Yeah. It says that he buried it.
He buried it under a tree, but we don't know, like, what happened after that.
And, like, it's really interesting because I could see them maybe connecting this in the fruit, but they don't do that.
Not yet, anyway.
And but like even so, the fruit like exists on another island, like independent from the corpse.
So we don't know what happened. Like the corpse part is so mysterious. Like they can travel like along anywhere for the most part. Like I don't know. I wouldn't put anything past the corpse part to be like.
That's true.
To travel or separate like the Dragon Balls. Like they would go up and just separate like to random spots.
That'd be so fucking stupid. I would hate it.
Jojo, I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah. So yeah, it appears that Holly is affected by the same disease that Johnny and his family had. Like, that he was like, yeah. So
wait, but hold on, wait. I wanted to say so. The descendants of Johnny Joestar are not the Higashikatas.
No,
That's the thing. Like, I want to clarify this.
Yeah, because
they're the Joestars though.
Well, the Johnny and the girl and his wife, they're to the Joestar timeline after him, because that was George, and because we saw the timeline, it was all like George, Joseph, and they all got married to like their canon things, but then I think he had another kid, and that's what the Higashikata family was and became.
Okay, I just need to look up the family tree.
Yeah,
because I'm getting fucking confused.
You go down to this part.
Okay, so...
Yeah, because he had...
Rina Joestar.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Johnny Joestar family it's still the Joestar. That's Kira and Kyo Nijimura, who's the maid. So we don't know, like, sorry, I'm just kind of, yeah. So we don't know why because you were saying how like the stone sickness was starting to happen. We don't know why that's connected between the Higashikata family and the Joestar family.
There's always a curse in the Higashikata family. They said that like the first child, it was a child or something like that.
They said that when a child turns age,
was it child 10, or was it son?
Firstborn son, I think.
But like the disease happened to the daughter, like Johnny's wife. It's in her memory. Her skin was becoming rock-like. I don't know. Well, maybe it's still got a mystery.
Yeah, like why? Like, why was this happening to her? Is this connected to the Higashikata? Well, she is a Higashikata.
Yeah. It is a curse there, but we thought it was just a firstborn son thing, because Jobin had to go through that.
Yeah.
His kid, Jobin went through it, and his kid went through it. So, we don't know. We just don't know. We don't know if it's going to be answered, or if Rocky just forgot about it. Like, that's like the big trouble with JoJo sometimes.
Yeah, that's like, because there's so many mysteries. But this, if you think about how long Part 8's been going on, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just kind of abandoned certain mysteries.
Yeah. So.
Alright, we have to keep going.
Yeah, after that, we meet Jobin's kid, the Paper Moon.
Tsurugi.
Yeah, Paper Moon King, which I like him. He's dressed like a girl because it was like a tradition in Japanese where like the teacher's son, like teacher's son something.
They said it was to ward off like demons and evil spirits. They said it was like pretty much to protect the child. So yeah, so people wouldn't think it's the first.
You have to raise him, like dress him up and like raise him as a girl until like the age of like.
I think it's until the stone sickness.
Yeah, at least for that family until the stone sickness went away. But so I like him.
He's fine. He's a little kid. He's a JoJo kid, which is like a thing in itself.
His stand is like origami figures that what's it called? They fuck with your not fuck with your memory.
No. It fucks with your perception.
Yeah,
of
it makes
things.
everyone look the same.
Yeah, it's actually cool because at first I was like, that's kind of. I mean, it's scary. It's a scary power, but it's not super useful. But later on, with the buses, you remember when they fight the one dude? Everyone's
voice is also the same.
Oh yeah,
the voice and text is all the same.
Yeah, that was really creepy. Like, it could really ruin you. And this is, like, Yasho's first stand attack, if you really think about it. So this is, like, her... Because she's the one that ends up stepping on the thing. And all she desperately wants to do is find Josuke, but she can't. She can't even use her phone, because everything is just the same word. And it's just this poor girl is just being attacked by this little, like, boy, and she doesn't understand what's happening. And I thought that was really... really strange.
All you want to do is have her play with him because he's like kind of like lonely.
Yeah, it's freak.
Because Jobin's never home, and we never see Jobin's wife. Only that one time, but she never comes back.
What if Jobin's wife's the main villain?
That'd be cool. I'd be cool with that.
All right, let's keep going.
So yeah, we also after that we learn about the Wall's Eye, and anyone that comes near the Wall's Eye, we can stand. So
yeah,
you know, we kind of figured that. Because it's a bite mark kind of on
So this Higasho. Do you think that the Higashikatas got their stands from the Wall Eyes? Or do you think they... But that would mean that they had their stands for only like a week. You
get the stand, but you have a stand, but you still have to awaken it. Like,
but
Joshu awakens his, the girl awakens hers. Like,
but yeah, the thing is like
they're not really fighters. Where like the one kid is like fighting a disease, so I think he's more awakened to his.
Wait, who? Oh, Paper Moon.
Paper Moon, and I think the girl, the blind girl, because I think they're more so because they're fighting like a.
But the thing is, if we look at the timeline, the Walleyes didn't appear until like right before the story began.
I still think it's something. I still think.
So I think that they had their stands before the Walleyes. I still think it's
something that the grandfather got his during Steel Ball Run, but never really saw it or.
Wait. The grandfather?
The guy who's in Steel Ball Run.
The original Norisuke.
I think he got his in the Devil's Path, and then it was just hereditary. And then, but Wall's Eye probably. I don't know. It could be either or.
Just because it would make sense to the Wall's Eyes because the Walleyes are like right next to their house, but the Walleyes don't. They just like if you look at the timeline, the Walleyes appear like the day that Josuke technically is found or
it
whatever.
could be either or. I could believe either one. So you find out about the illness that the stone sickness that all Higashikata's firstborn is not the firstborn son, just firstborn in general. So that's why his daughter had sickness on her, but she developed it later on. Then that's kind of, I don't know. I think that maybe that has something.
What the fuck?
I think it has something more to do with the rock men, which we're getting close to talking about. What's it called? I figure.
Also, what happened to the dog?
What?
This is jumping ahead like not even a half chapter, but there's a dog that it's like a dog that's out in the wild for some reason, and the boy sees it because the boy's afraid that he's going to turn to stone next year on his birthday. Mm-hmm. But he sees the architect give a dog the fruit.
Oh yeah.
And it cures the dog. The dog, because for some reason the dog's turning stone. So like, does that mean the stone people have the power to turn people into stone?
I think it's still equivalent. I think it's still part of the exchange thing. I kind of think, but I don't know.
But why was the dog
maybe it's a different kind of fruit. I don't know. So yeah, so speaking of the architect, that's who we're introduced to next. Is the architect guy, Yatsuyu Yagiyama.
I'm not even gonna try. That name is crazy.
I just did. But you're good. Yeah. So he's
really cool.
He's like the house. He was the architect for their mansion, I think, right?
Yes, but this is where things start to get kind of screwy with this part. Mm. So what the rock people do? So yeah, basically, if you I don't know why you'd be reading this or watching this if you haven't read it already.
Listening it.
So the rock people will assume the identities of people who've died, or they'll kill people off and then assume their identities because they're trying to like assimilate into society. So is this the real architect, or is this just a guy who stole the identity of the architect?
That's how we don't know.
Yeah, like
I don't know, because they had to meet him beforehand. So I think like
that's why I'm confused. Because I think what's his face recognized him, Norisuke.
Yeah.
Who's the patriarch of the Higashikata family
with King Nothing.
Which is also a pretty cool stand. It's kind of boilerplate, but
it's like Moody Blues kind of. But I think
I don't think Moody Blues could like move around. Moody Blues was like stationary.
Yeah, so
and it could like tracks people basically, whereas Moody Blues is more of just like.
And this part is when Norasaki says he adopted Josuke because Kira had supposedly discovered a cure for the rock disease.
Yeah, so there definitely was some sort of connection.
Yeah, so that's something with Kira. So. Yeah, so this is basically like, what's it called? Norasaki's big development chapter. Because we learn like most about him.
When he dropped like the bomb that he knew that Kira, like everything about Kira, it was like really satisfying.
Yeah, because Norasaki was the firstborn. He was cured of the disease, and
he gave that whole flashback.
He's trying to like negotiate with the architect because he's a rock man. So
he was cured through the bearing, right? The Norisuke.
What?
He was cured with the equivalent. Yeah, so he was a little baby boy, started to turn to rocks, and then his mom did equivalent exchange with him, right? Is that what happened?
He said when the guy asked him, he said his parents traded their lives to cure him. So his parents.
I'm pretty sure they showed a flashback where she dug him. They like went underground.
Maybe
because he says how he's known. He said he knows that the Higashikata lands have like
weird.
Yeah, like the equivalent exchange thing is like a thing or something.
Yeah. So there was like.
But that doesn't make sense because equivalent exchange isn't from being buried; it's from the fruit. I thought.
I came like the guess of it wasn't the fruit more so that gave him the equivalent exchange. It was the soil.
But the whole point of the fruit is that it's equivalent exchange.
I don't know. I kind of thought that. I always felt like the soil was caused the fruit to do the equivalent exchange.
I thought it was the soil too for a long time, but I don't have like any reason to believe that.
I don't know. Yeah,
because like when Josuke uses his stand on the Jokakaka and tries to revive Kira, they say like, "Oh, did something weird happen? Did that like awaken something within the fruit?"
I don't know, man. So they begin to fight. What's his name? The architect dude.
Yeah, and they kill him.
You ever his stand?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool stand actually. It like draws things into you.
It's like a magnet. You're becoming a magnet to everything.
Yeah. At first I was like, that's kind of scary, but when he did like the monkey balls,
the chestnuts.
Yeah, that was actually terrifying. With like the fact that even if you like stop them from like moving, the little spines will break off and still go like into your body, like dig deeper into your body.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
So, yeah, he said being into a dog transformed into a rock and healing it. However, so yeah, we meet King Nothing, which is he basically can like recreate like the past events by like going like putting his puzzle pieces stand around his like the smells and it kind of recreates everything.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird and interesting. So yeah, King Nothing. I love the name for the Metallica name.
Yeah, so stupid.
It's so good. But yeah, so we learned by having he couldn't exchange into the ground of their property with the child. So. Because his parents, I think his parents put the child underground, put him underground, so so they traded their lives for him.
Yeah.
So, so Mysterious Man can transform into a rock. So he's basically they also have a defense thing where they just transform. They can't move, but they just become. You can't really break them, but you kind of can.
Yeah, you kind of can. The rock people are very strange, and we don't really get a formal explanation of them until way later.
Even still, we don't know much about them.
We don't, but at least Araki goes like a half a chapter into their biology.
Also, the fact that his stand is "I am a rock" is probably a really funny name.
I don't even remember that.
And he's one they throw him into the ocean. They throw him into like the sea or a lake, and he cannot get out because he's like stuck in rock mode.
No, well, he disintegrates.
He disintegrates?
Yeah, he disintegrates.
I thought.
No, Josuke like fucking kills him.
He remains silent. No, he stays there, but he just does like cars where he remains silent and dies.
Are you sure?
He said he remains silent and dies, leaving a rock shell.
They show him like disintegrate. I just read it like 2 weeks ago.
So that's when they find about the Jokakaka plant. Trying to go through this.
Yeah, it's not really too exciting hearing you just read that.
Well, yeah, I gotta go through the plot and like remember like what the. That's what you were saying about how they are impersonating the real one. He died years ago.
Okay, so the real one died years ago.
Yeah, the real one died years ago, and this one was just impersonating him. So I'm not sure if I guess maybe he didn't know him beforehand. He was going out to sort of...
The problem is, every time Araki brings up a new thing, it's just like, we have to question everything we already thought we know.
So... Yeah, that's what they're trying, because he saw the fruit inside his bag that he fed to the dog. So they find the dog and are trying to like find out more about the fruit, and that's when you go back to the fruit shop because the Higashikata family is a big fruit empire.
Mm-hmm.
So
the most delicious looking parfait I've ever seen.
And that's when we meet with one of the major mystery characters we have is Jobin,
the villain.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
So. Yeah, so it's saying it's something to do with like the fruit.
I thought that whole chapter where Jobin gives Josuke the beetle and they have like the beetle stand battle was really awesome.
Well, they also find Jobin, like a scent of Jobin on the fruit, so we know he's involved with the with the exchange. So that's like the first big question mark on him. But yeah, so that's when we go into the one of my favorite arcs of this so far in part 8 is the beetle fight.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
It's just one of those things only in JoJo can happen. Like having a dog versus a bird fight, or like,
It was so intense.
Having a school of plankton and a girl, like, fight against a girl by playing catch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, only in JoJo can that happen.
It was such an intense battle for not being a, like, actual stand battle.
And Jobin, like, Jobin uses his stand to cheat so he can, like, put pheromones and, like, melt.
They gives him like glue so that he can glue the pincer back onto his or mandible, whatever they say, because like Josuke's stag beetle's mandible like shatters, so then he like glues it back on, but then he uses his stand, the Speed King, to like melt it off. Yeah. To melt the glue and generally just fuck with things. He's
obsessed with beetles. His room is like covered in fucking beetles.
Yeah, Jobin is a sociopath in the making.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, so they have like the most like insane like beetle battle, like sumo battle. And like they like unknowingly have like a stand battle.
That was one of I just love that. Two characters have a stand battle without realizing they're having a stand battle.
And they do this all so that Josuke would win the keys to his Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
My Lamborghini there.
Yeah, my new garage. But yeah.
Here in my fruit parlor.
And Jobin like sucks his brother's dick so much.
Joshu.
Joshu.
You always do that. You keep mixing Joshu and Jobin.
Jobin and Joshu.
They're all Joes.
They're all Jojos.
Kind of. Not really. Actually, Josuke is the only Jojo still.
They're trying to be all Jojos. So yeah, that's like a really long thing too. I think it's like
it was intense. It was very long.
Very
long chapter.
Arc. We're teased with King Speed or
Speed King.
Speed King. Was it Speed King or just Speed King?
I think it's just Speed King. Speed King is Jobin's stand. Speed King looks so fucking stupid. It's the kind of stand design that I just hate. It just looks really busy.
All the stands in this one, like these Higashikata ones, are like look kind of mechanical.
Kinda.
They're all
King Nothing doesn't.
No, yeah, I think, but you know, King Nut.
Paper Moon doesn't really have a Nut King
at least
call.
The guy ones do, because Nut King has his looks like that, and Speed King, and then even Doggy Style looks like that.
Wait, isn't Doggy Style the fruit appraisers?
Yeah.
Doggy Style looks really weird. Or Doggy Style looks really weird.
It's mechanical too, though. Like the metal, looks more metal. But yeah, so next arc is Dubiwa.
So this is the guy that just has he's got a stand that makes tornado. It's another automatic stand, and it makes tornadoes that chase you if you breathe around them. So it's basically just Yasho and what's his face? The little baby boy. Tsurugi. Yeah. Sugiri's the girl from the Aramanga Sensei. That's why I keep saying Sugiri.
Don't talk about that.
Tsurugi, so pretty much it's them just running away from the stand user as they're trying to find more information about who Josuke's other half is. Because we know that Akira is his one half, but they don't know who the other half is.
Yeah, that's still a mystery. So, they beat the, what's it called?
Dubiwa.
They made him get run over by a bus.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. They make, they use Paper Moon on him, or Paper Moon King, or whatever it's called, to make him think
look
that...
like Jobin.
Well, yeah, they do the Jobin thing, and they also make a bunch of buses look like... No, a bunch of people look like buses.
Well, yeah, no, they make the bus look like Jobin, and he sees Jobin, he goes to him, it's a bus, and he runs him over.
That was great.
So, yeah. So then we get our another mystery character. Yosho and Josuke meet, and they meet the girl.
Carrera.
Carrera Sakunami.
Okay.
And, yeah, so...
It's pretty obvious who she is.
Yeah, she plays along,
once you see her stand.
Yeah, so he tries to play along with her, because she recognizes him. She calls him a Jofume Kujo.
Not until later.
She says his name.
After a while, he hangs around with her all day before she.
Yeah, he can play along with her. So yeah, he finds out his name Jofume Kujo, and but before he finds anything else, they get attacked by the Aphex brothers, the soccer playing guys.
Yeah, I was generally unimpressed with them.
Scott Key number 1 to dodge her with gas, which he lights her on fire. That's right, I forgot they lit her on.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah. I remember. One thing I remember is Gappy using close quarter combat to be because everybody punches him, he goes aura once. So he
a
in the
single
face.
aura.
So good.
I love when they do
Gappy the best
aura.
CQC member, because I'm guessing Kira was
No, I think it's Jofume. Jofume is supposed to be a total bruiser.
But Kira's also he's
a doctor.
He's also a Navy doctor, but he still has to have some kind of fight training to be in the military, because you still need to fight.
Yeah.
So he fights them. They get beat up pretty easily because they're both rock humans, but they still get beat up because the girl has love deluxe instead of love deluxe Yukiko had in the part 4. It's a more insane version of her hair stand.
It can if she's touching you, she can make hair grow out of you.
Remember, what didn't in part 4 she did that once too, where she put her hair inside you and she could just fuck you up too like that.
I don't remember that.
She did that before. I forget. She did it with in it was Kyoichi.
I don't recall. Part 4 was a while ago.
She was barely.
I want to read part 4.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, so basically her thing is her powers. She's a lot more powerful than Yukiko. Whereas Yukiko is just kind of using her hair as a weapon.
Yeah.
She can create hair and do more creative things with it.
More like a trap, set traps and everything.
Yeah, it's more of a late JoJo than an early JoJo stand. Where early JoJo stands are just punching, and late JoJo stands are about using cleverness and.
Yeah. So, So she finally understands that, Gappy is two people, Kira and Josuke. Or Kira and Jofume, sorry. So yeah. But then, probably my favorite, like, Don't Be probably number 2, this is my favorite one so far, is the Damo arc. This is when Hato.
Hato is the daughter of Higashikata.
She brings home like this fat man as her new boyfriend.
This gross 70s dweeb.
He is a dweeb, but he's also one of the most menacing fucking minor villains in JoJo yet.
Vitamin C is such a cool stand.
He is so far. I think he's the equivalent to where Ringo was in Part 7, where he was the best minor villain.
I agree.
So
comparing his stand to a real stand, though, it's Spice Girl.
Yeah, it's Spice Girl.
His stand is a Spice Girl was developed.
It's Spice Girl if Iraqi didn't give up on Trish, because fuck you, Iraqi, for doing that. Yeah, so he's this fucking disgusting fat man. He looks like, you remember Rufus from Street Fighter 4?
Yeah, he looks like a skinny Rufus.
His belly would wobble really easily with a it's kind of like that, but with glasses.
He's such a. It's cool, too, because it's not even a stand fight. It's just
It's just him slowly taking each member of the family out one by one by turning them into ooze, basically.
Yeah, he makes you so soft that he gets a paper... He gets a $1 bill, and he folds it in half, and then he's able to slice your arm off because you're so soft.
He's interrogating Josuke and Norasaki. The only one that I think is not in there is Hato's outside or whatever. So but yeah, she's out of the room. She goes to see, but it's a very complex characters are spread out across the house. Yeah, she leaves the room and they're talking to him, ignores talking to him, but then he goes into Vitamin C, which is his stand named after, I want to say his name after the girl who did that graduation song. But yeah, so he watches Joshua in the sink.
Yeah, that was really crazy.
Horrifying.
That was legitimate. This Rocky has finally gotten good at doing really good, really scary body horror.
Yeah, this part especially. Josuke, Daya, and Kyuga are reduced to liquid, and then Norasaki is 1v1 talking with Damo. So this is when we learn about his organization, that all the rock people were part of his group.
Yeah.
And they all got taken out by Gappy, basically. Gappy, Norasaki, and Yasho, basically. And that's when we learn about this is when we get the whole flashback with Kira and Jofume.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Kira was 27 years old 2 years ago when he died, so... Huh.
Wait, 2 years ago when he died?
Kira was 27 with a...
He didn't die 2 years ago,
though. He said 22 years ago, and Kira was... And the whole thing was Kira going after him was 2 years ago. But, yeah. So... This is when we find out, he was...
Stop reading from the fucking wiki.
I'm just reading, the last thing, because I've come to my... It's been a while since that... Because I had to read monthly with this, and you, we just kind of...
I know, but you just reading off the wiki is not interesting podcast.
Well, we talk about it. Jeez, Jim. So, yeah, that's when we learn more about Jofume then, as his origins. The second half of Gappy is Jofume, where we find out him as a kid was, a band, his mom was on the beach with him,
and she just kind of almost let him drown
because he couldn't get any dick with him there.
Yeah.
So
she's shitty. All the parents are really shitty in this part. And then
Holly saves his life. He gets rescued, and Holly saved his life, and he basically owes his life to Holly. She basically becomes his mom to him.
I really like how they have Holly set up as a character that both Kira and Josuke or Jofume like.
Yeah,
so for Josuke, Holly is this extremely important person.
Yeah, when she falls into disease, out of thanks, she agrees to help Kira get the fruit to save her life.
Yeah,
and that leads them to Damo, and the boat, and that's when they get fucked up completely by him, and Kira basically gets alright. So talk about Soft and Wet. So Kira's stand scene is Killer Queen. It looks like
literally Killer Queen.
All it does the explosives, but it does it in bubbles. That's Soft and Wet's bubbles. And Jofume has Soft and Wet the look of it, but it has the effect of stealing properties. So when they combine, it looks like Soft and Wet, but it has its abilities, but does it by the bubbles that Killer Queen had.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the design for Soft and Wet?
I like Soft and Wet's design a lot.
It's a really weird design. So
it is top tier for me.
It's not a humanoid looking like the main character stand.
It feels almost like a villain stand in a way,
kind of
design wise, because Yeah, a lot of the main character stands have very humanoid looks, but this one is more of a weird lankiness. Softmont's one of my favorite stand designs, actually.
I like how it doesn't. It's like I like about Tusk. It doesn't look like a humanoid stand. It looks really weird, and I like that.
Even like the very end version barely looks like a human. It's so strange with like the chains and chainmail on it.
The closest thing we get to like a humanoid stand looking like the character is Yasha's, and even hers had a really cool design to it.
I love her design so much.
So yeah, Damo basically kills Kira in the flashback.
Yeah.
So.
Because his stand is like he uses his stand to like kill Kira's liver.
Yeah,
he like ruins his liver.
Cuts his liver. So, yeah, but they get out. Jofume escapes with Kira. He tries to, this is like when we find out he tries to like use the fruit to save his life because he wants his rather have him alive than him because he felt like he was always meant to save
Holly.
Yeah. And Kira's a better bet for her to live than him.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, Kira doesn't wake up from it. He kind of like is freaking out. But then like that's when the earthquake, that 2011 earthquake, whatever, they were from the beginning happened, and they both fall in. And I guess that's supposed to assume how Gabby came around. Yeah.
So this is like where all the questions had to come in. So like, was it a combination of like the property, the Higashikata family property, and also the fruit, like? Who knows? But the big important detail was that Jofume and Kira, they like had this whole scheme where they broke a branch of
they stole the branches from Damo and then
and they grafted I think that's what they call it. They grafted the branch onto a random tree in the Higashikata family property, and so now in the story they're pretty much like actually right where we are now in like the plan appraiser, they're trying to find.
That's why they
where the graft is, so that they can get more of the Jokakaka.
Or find out where it's from or whatever.
Yeah.
So we go back to the current timeline with Damo torturing Norasaki, basically. And that's when, basically, he's playing around with them, and that's when we get the Hato stand Walking Heart.
Yeah, which just makes her heels...
very spiky.
Yeah.
Like
she fucking impales his throat.
Remember SpongeBob, really where he's like, with these spiky cleats, anything are possible, and he jumps to the guy's eyes, basically like that.
SpongeBob JoJo references.
SpongeBob can reference anything. So he basically severely injures Damo. Everyone gets unsoftened. And that's when, like, Gappy fucking blows up his head in the middle of the street.
Yeah, Gappy just goes out and explodes his face. That was horrifying.
But everyone just sees it as a rock breaking.
Yeah, so no one matters. No one cares.
It's fine. It's not real.
I love that there's, like, a little cutaway at the end where Joshu, like, he opens up... He's, like, in a sewer.
Yeah, he crawled out.
Like, he got, like, melted in the sewer,
in the sink. He went to the sink and, like,
drained
out.
I just thought that was so funny. Like, that was a good little joke.
Okay, and then our next big mystery character comes in. The mom.
Yeah.
Kaato.
What do you think of her design?
It's fine. She had, like, looking at her design, she kind of had, like, the drill hair.
I got a big JoJolion vibe from her when I first saw her.
Yeah, she also comes from the Stone Ocean prison, so...
Yeah, that was, like, when I saw that and, like, her little hair nubs, I was like, holy shit, like, JoJolion. This is, like, JoJolion. And that part took place in 2011, too, I think.
Did it?
Yeah, part 7 took place in 2011.
I think you're right.
Which, who knows, that could just be inconsequential.
Yeah, so she finally gets out of prison, and all we know, she's talking to Jobin, and, like, we know that those two are, so you kind of think they're in cahoots or whatever.
Yeah, they definitely seem fishy.
And then...
nothing's really been, like, super proven about them yet, but...
Yeah, but, well, we have the one flashback, so, what's it called? I think the mom shows up at the house.
Yeah. And she's displayed that she has some sort of power where she can hold things within a card deck.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's almost like a little pocket dimension she has.
Yeah.
Where it's like in a video game when your inventory is like a handbag but you can carry like 10 guns in it.
I said before, Jojo tries to he wants to suck her breast milk and he wants to strip her of her clothes.
Yeah.
So, and she does this to just throw a chair at him, basically.
Yeah, like from a card deck. That was really clever.
So she shows up, she's like, I want my house, because we find out she got divorced by Norasaki while she was in prison.
Yeah.
And
most of the kids don't even remember her.
Yeah, Jobin's the only one that really has anything. Because I think Joshi was just baby when she went.
Yeah, Joshi was a little baby boy.
So, yeah. I find so she's like. There's like get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
And she kind of just creeps around the house, like outside the house, from what we like the brief time we've seen her, because it's kind of near where we caught up at.
Yeah, she's just out of prison and she's enjoying her free time. I really love the idea, like she's like chilling out before she does anything serious. Yes.
Do you want to talk about Joshu's bizarre adventure? With like the money.
That's not really super important. I thought it was a cute little chapter. It kind of, I think it didn't need to be two.
It's like the part 7.
2 chapters.
It's kind of like the part 7 thing with like to spend the money.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, except it was a little more like terrifying.
Could you get more by like trying to spend?
Yeah, I did like how it seems to hint that there's stands in like other continents, because they say that it originated from like an American dude who was like a big Colombian drug lord style guy.
Well, there's always been stands like that are so powerful that they would like still going after Anubis. A standard died and he was just the sword, like it's so powerful. Or like the part 4, the tower.
Superfly.
Yeah, Superfly. That one would just be transferred to whoever sits inside of it. Like,
that one's even weirder. That one's a weird anomaly.
And Cheap Trick.
Yeah,
to stay on you. Like there's always stands like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like transferable or stick on you.
I thought it was interesting, but it just kind of showed Joshi to be shittier than we already knew. Because not only does he steal a guy's wallet, he goes out of his way, and he's actually kind of clever. He like learns the guy's PIN number based on what idol he likes, like idol singer, and he steals like $50,000 or 500,000 yen or whatever out of his bank account. So I thought that it just shows he's a little more like manipulative and cunning than we give him credit for.
Then he also just gives the stand all the money to someone random, to a guy, and just like, it's your problem now, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Which I thought like terrible. So
yeah, I did like how that guy got comeuppance, but I also kind of feel bad for him because he didn't really deserve it in the first place.
Just a shitty person. I mean, Raki's feeling so much hatred towards Joshu. Just like, I'm not sure if he's gonna end up being like one of the Jobin or something come, because he's such a big idol to his brother. Like if he's gonna become like
Oh, I forgot about that.
So
yeah, he's in a really interesting like place, because we shown him that he's with his family. And so he was with his family and against the mom.
Yeah.
But he's also like, he does love Jobin, so he might just follow whatever Jobin does blindly.
Yeah. So, this is where we also get the flashback of Jobin as a kid and his mom, like why she went to prison.
Okay.
Which it is nuts.
Kaato did nothing wrong. Kaato is actually fucking
She did bury
great.
A kid alive.
Okay, that's where it gets a little fishy. I don't know if she knew that he was alive.
Alright, so should we talk about like, so Jobin was a bullied kid. He was in the Boy Scouts.
He's in the Boy Scouts.
There was these disgusting other Boy Scouts that would like wanted to get naked pictures of his mom or something.
Oh yeah, that was so gross. They made him take pictures of his mom in the shower. And like they constantly got his like mom's underwear, or like one of his mom's underwear. How did she not notice that?
Japan's obsession with panties. Japan's a weird obsession with panties.
It is so weird.
But yeah, so eventually Jobin like awakens his stand and like basically knocks the kid out.
Well, this is a funny like little minor detail that I was like, his dad found the underwear, like the mom's underwear in his kid's house, like the bully's house, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna report you to the authorities." Like, why would his own dad report him? Also, why would he said he was gonna become like a sexual like criminal? It would have like fucked his future up. Why would having a woman's like underwear as a minor be?
Maybe in Japan, I don't know.
Unless there's something more incriminating, but he just says like, they found the underwear and I'm screwed for life, and I'm gonna. And then he like threatens to kill Jobin, or he wants Jobin to burn down his own house or something. It's like a weird complicated thing. Jobin ends up accidentally kind of killing him, or so we think.
But he gets like attacked by the bully, and like he awakens his stand and like knocks him out. He think he killed him, but he like knocks him out. And the mom like shows up, takes the kid and throws him in the trunk, baiting him on the top of like a hill or like mountains, and like buries him alive. And then they find like a year later or something like that. They found a little bit of time after.
Yeah, it might have even been like a few years.
And
later.
they found the DNA traced back to her stuff that matched her trunk or something like that.
Yeah.
And she got arrested and sent to like 15 years in prison for killing a child and burying him. And
but she did nothing wrong. She was just defending her child. I have so much sympathy for this character. I'm gonna be really upset if they make her like the main villain.
But yeah, so and then Northaki divorced her in court, and while she was in jail, and so just basically made me know that her and Jobin have like a very close connection. Like, because of that. Fuck that! Well, fuck that child because he's like a disgusting person.
Yeah, he was a shitty person.
He's disgusting. Like he's like the like really gross cop in part 2 who's just like what's the name?
Smokey.
He's like, hey, little black boy, I can do whatever I want. He's like disgusting, like fat.
He's literally a pig man.
He's literally a pig man. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
It's really like that kind of a character.
Yeah.
So, and then I think after that when we go into Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, this is pretty much almost where we are, like,
Dolomite.
almost caught up.
Dolomite.
I always think of Futurama.
He's a disgusting swamp monster rock man.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, he doesn't die.
Yeah, they throw him into the
He's afraid
swamp.
of Yashu now. He's like afraid of Yashu.
Well, they say that they, like, throw him into the swamp.
I can see him coming back as
I could
like an
too.
ally. Like, we could have an ally.
He's so pathetic.
He is pathetic.
He's such like a pathetic.
They feed him. Jobin comes and feeds him like chicken bones or something. Like,
that was really gross.
Kind of weird.
He's very creepy.
So his stand is like.
It's like Evangelion. It's like the first angel from Evangelion. Let's get that out of the way.
It like infects a person and they go straight towards a target that the guy wants them to go after, and they don't stop no matter what. Like they'll go through like mirrors and windows.
And it's straight, like
straight. Like they don't curve. Like the one person chasing them, like Gabby goes over a fence. And the person goes through the fence, and like you see him like discerning, like cut up like a fence, like chain link fence. It's disgusting. Yeah,
like the blood. They hit the fence, and the blood goes through it, and hits like another kid, and then so it's like transferred through blood. I think is like the rules of the stand. Because initially, Jobin gets like because Jobin goes to him, and like he's clearly working with Jobin, and he like gets a tooth from him. Yeah, and the tooth has blood on it, and that's how they.
Jobin throws a tooth from someone or something, or that's how it is.
But yeah, it's like in a letter. Like
the letter. Like, he gave the letter to a kid, and the kid took the letter
to Emperor. Emperor's in part 8, guys.
People wished. I wished. But yeah, so kind of. Then he's the old lady like chasing him, and like Gabby grabbed the shovel and like decapitates her.
He fucks her out.
It's really funny.
He doesn't decapitate her. She comes back.
He hits her in the face with a shovel.
But she still is like she ends up like transferring like she still like has her head when she transfers her thing to the next person.
And then he goes to a baby, and then the baby will get crushed in an elevator, and Gabby just basically gets infected and basically goes to the swamp to drown himself.
Yeah.
Until
Yasha saves him.
It's like a pole, basically a pole.
Yeah, it made me think of Trish.
I know.
Yeah, because she like beats up Dolomite or Dolomite, not Dolomite.
Dolomite.
She beats up Dolomite with a fucking pole, and then.
Oh, I forgot. Like Jobin showed up in that. Remember, Yasha was there, and then Jobin showed up.
Yes,
and, like,
he used his thing.
He stroked her.
Yeah, which didn't kill her, I guess. That's the thing.
Because he had information on the phone, he just smashed the phone because it was gone.
Because he didn't.
She had information.
He didn't want her finding out what she finds out of anything anyway. Yeah. It's kind of weird that they even did that because she like the whole point was so that she wouldn't be able to find where the stand user was, but she just finds him anyway.
Yeah, so if they were to show off Jobin, because how else are you gonna piss people off than like hurting your best girl in the heart?
Did you think they were gonna like kill her off? Because it seems like
she was too important, too much marketing.
Yeah,
for her.
That would have been crazy. If they
unless they brought in like Nijimura as a new girl, but like, I don't see that happening.
Nah.
So yeah, the baby was kind of gross in the elevator. That's basically what.
Well, it was a bathroom. It wasn't an elevator.
It wasn't an elevator.
No, it was a bathroom.
Could have swore.
I just read it. It's a bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the door, and there's a part where he turns in like the stand user becomes a fly, and he's like, because he goes into the bathroom door and he holds the door and he's like, I'm gonna wait till a fly comes in and then swat it with the door, and then it's a baby, and he's like, I can't kill a baby. And then he lets himself loose. Like, I just thought that was very uncharacteristic of Josuke.
Yeah.
He let himself loose. He could have killed that baby.
Yeah, so, and then after that, that's when our current arc where they get on a bus and they meet the fruit appraiser, who's like this, what's his name?
Stupid, dumb name, because his name is very stupid and dumb.
I gotta try to find he's on the bus. Ray Mamazuku?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he's driving the bus. He's also a weird obsession with numbers. Like, he has the percentages of win.
Yeah.
Like, our chances of victory went up, or chances of losing went up, or whatever like that. He does that a lot.
Yeah, and they're like, stop, this is annoying.
So So they get off. He stops the bus. They get off, but the wind blows in a weird way, like the happening kind of thing. So like, we have to move. We have to get to my house, and like he go get on the ski lift, and it's like his house.
Yeah, it's like Superfly, except without a stand power.
Without a stand,
it's just like a guy living in a stupid place.
Every pole of like the ski thing is like a different like room.
Yeah,
there's a treadmill and like.
I love the bathroom. Like,
there's a bathroom. Then there was the kitchen where we learned how to make the dish. Romanov. He
makes a nice meringue.
Yeah, I guess.
And, it looked delicious, actually.
And then they realized that Gappy, him, and Yasha were like being attacked by a stand, who's like, he can't really touch the ground or.
Yeah.
The same with the tree. One does something with the trees.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Cause so one is like a tank.
Yeah,
he looks like a tank.
The stand is a tank, I think, because he's like that's in it. Or like it's like weird, like he's like crunched up in the tank. I think
it's two. Wait, it's two stand users.
It's two stand
right?
users, I believe. Yeah.
It also kind of looks very rock-like, and since I assume they're rock people.
Yeah, two rock humans.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we knew that or not.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then he's his stand Doggy Style during that.
Doggy Style.
So it's like kind of like JoJolion's like he can kind of like string everything.
Yeah, he unwraps his skin, sort of. It's very creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But he calls him an asshole. He's a huge asshole. Like, he tells Gabby, like, you have to put me in front of you and her's life. Like, that's the deal. And he like, saves Yasha at one point. Like, you failed. I lost my arm because of it. He cuts off his arm. And, like, now our chances of victory have gone down, like, this %.
Yeah, his arm's fucking cut off.
Yeah, and then he pushes Yasha off the lift.
Yeah, what a dick. He clearly does not know who the best girl is.
He's like, I think it's like Native American.
Yeah, I think I have a Native American vibe from him too. Yeah, oh my god, I was thinking.
Sandman gets fucking murdered. He's like 18 years old.
So he could have he had a sister.
He's 32 years old.
Sandman had a sister.
No, 32 years old.
I don't know. I immediately thought of Sandman when I looked at his design.
I love how the age, like, it's hard to tell if someone's old or not.
It's fucking nonsense.
But yeah, so. And that's basically where we're at. He pushed Jojo off the lift because he's a dick, and
now we have a new stand battle beginning.
We see the guy in the tank, and there's another guy, which we haven't seen stand, but we're guessing he's got the tree.
So
that's where we're at. And what do you think so far of the before we talk about anything characters or mysteries in general? What do you think of the part so far?
I really like it a lot. I really did not like the Blue Lagoon arc.
There's gonna be arc you don't like in every JoJo part, though.
The thing was that I hadn't read an arc that I didn't like since part 6, and for like reading Blue Lagoon, I was like so bored and annoyed and so unimpressed.
There's even some part in part 7 that are like completely forgettable that like not many people like.
Like, I mean, the Boom Booms weren't good, but like at least something good. Like there was characterization and other things happening.
Yeah.
Nothing of worth happens in the Blue Lagoon fight except the part where Yasuo like encounters Jobin, and
yeah, I think
that didn't even really do anything.
I love Yasuo beating him up and like basically like holding him like, hostage basically.
Yeah, it's just annoying. I didn't like it. But other than that, like I think it's JoJo's as good, if not better, than it's always been, or than it's ever been. Right now.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it as well. Like it's been hard because you've been able to read it like, completely through, but now you're caught up with me. Like I had to like read the last like 30 or so chapters, probably like a month.
Yeah, like not really looking forward.
Yeah, you do the grind.
Yeah, well, that's why we're doing our new podcast where we're gonna do a little review every time. I have to sell the podcast.
Sell it.
It'll be something fun to do, and it'll be like something to like keep up with the JoJo and like constantly be like thinking about different mysteries and theorizing and all the stupid bullshit you get with fan stuff. Should
we talk about characters, or do you want to talk about some answer questions?
I want to go into questions.
Alright, because we talked about the characters a lot in this.
Yeah, I think that would.
Any characters that we forgot you want to talk about, or anything that's add on?
Really.
Like.
I did want to say just like something about Jofume. So Jofume is just Josuke. Part 4.
He basically has the hair, but with like the last name of Jojo.
Yeah, but he has like everything about him is like.
He has the pins.
The pins are the same.
The outfit's purple. It's not the same outfit, but it's purple.
Yeah.
And
the hair. I think the hair. If Josuke Part 4 were drawn in this style, and the hair would look identical.
I love the pompadour hair now. It looks so cool. Like
it's almost like shaved sides. It's very very interesting looking.
He also had the Joestar tattoo as well, which
the birthmark.
I'm so into tattoo, but birthmark. Yeah, but the thing is, like they haven't said if he's like. Let's go to our mystery. We're gonna talk about like some questions. This is the one answer to the question. Is like his birthmark, like how he's related to them. Because if only thing he's just like basically a friend of Holly that he owes his life to. Like he's not. We don't know if, like how he's a Joestar related.
Yeah, and like, I mean, you think that
maybe he got a tattoo.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious. If it was a misdirect like that.
Yeah.
Because you'd think, okay, so Holly-san operated on him. You think she would have noticed the star-shaped birthmark on his naked body and been like, wow, myself and my two children have the same birthmark.
Well, another mystery, we still haven't gotten in like, too much into Holly, other than she was the nurse and she saved...
She was a doctor.
Doctor, but yeah, she saved Jofume and...
With the help of Kira.
Yeah, Kira and... Well, yeah, they basically save him, but we don't know much more about Holly other than that.
Yeah.
We got, like, her as her memory condition. Like, we don't know what the deal with her. And she has similar disorder to what Johnny's wife had, and, like, that disease. And, like, and she has evidence of, like, the equivalent exchange because she's missing organs and parts of her brain.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I wonder if that's supposed to be equivalent exchange or if that's something that we haven't even talked about.
What's your prediction on that? What's your prediction on Holly?
I think that it's the result of a stand user. I think that maybe
one of the doctors.
Are we sure that Speed King's stand is just to make things hot?
I think so, because he did this thing that Yasha to give her like a heat stroke and knock her and like make her pass out.
Maybe this is okay. Fan theory time. This is just a theory game theory.
Oh yeah, this is our prediction part.
Okay,
we're talk about like these questions.
I think that there was a little bit in recently, one of the recent chapters that said that no one really understands how Speed King works.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Speed King has something more powerful to it, not just like the aneurysm thing, but like I think it can like fuck with, like it can probably really fuck with your brain. I think that maybe what the fucked up parts of her body are a result of Speed King.
Was it because it said like there are evidence of parts of her brain missing without any evidence of it being taken out.
Yeah, surgically.
Maybe it was like melted or something.
Yeah, that's maybe.
We don't know, and then or like maybe like what's it called? The mom, because she has the card thing, so they can like move space, like take stuff away and put it.
Yeah, we've only seen that used that way, so maybe
you still don't even have a name for it either.
Yeah, maybe there's more to it.
I'm thinking like, is there gonna get more development on Holly, like actually like her like in the flashback wise?
I hope so. They really seem like. They recently, in the story, they added the whole thing where she's, like, started to get worse. Yeah. And, like, now that Jofume, or Kira's not paying her bills anymore. Yeah. She's, like, getting worse. So I wonder if she'll come back at all.
I think she will. That's his whole motivation. I'm thinking more so than, like, to stop the rock disease.
Yeah.
So.
It was just so gross. They said that she started to eat her fingers, and then they had to, like, pull them out and surgically reattach them. That is fucking disgusting.
I know. So that's one question with Holly. The Wall's Eye. Do you have any prediction?
Oh my god!
You think we're gonna get any development on the Wall's Eye?
If we don't, I'm gonna be furious because the whole like beginning of Part 8 is like it literally begins with the mystery of the Wall Eyes and like it's got to be important. It's got to be the most important thing.
I'm thinking it's just like the Japan equivalent to the Devil's Path. I said it before, but I don't think that's my prediction. It's just like it's just like. Is this an unknown thing that was maybe caused by the corpse parts, and that's why it's happening here because that's where the corpse parts are. Yeah, that's why that area becomes like give stands now.
Yeah, I think that's likely.
I think that's my bet.
Also, okay, so connected to that, so are the Wall Eyes connected to the rock people? And also, why do the rock people always have stands? It said that like 95% of rock people have stands. That's interesting.
Well, first off, I think. The course part, I think, are caused in the thing, but I think the rock people were caused by like some kind of other kind of fruit or some kind of tampered like some fruit they try to like change with that the equivalent exchange they did like something else to. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, maybe like I'm thinking it's something fruit related more so than.
I'm trying to remember if we know how rock people are born. I think
we haven't got anything about rock people yet. All we know
there was like two chapters or no 2 pages. That like went into it. Let me see if I can find them.
Yeah, I just don't think we got anything like evidence to really make a prediction about the rock people yet.
Because like the fruit seems to have a very old origin. Yeah. Because the fruit is like was only found on this one random island, and it's apparently been there for years, and it's only recently been exported. and it needs to constantly be on the vine too, or on the branch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of specific.
It's I think that's the biggest mystery we have, like, is the rock people, like, what they are, because we get introduced, because we thought that was the entire gang that got killed. The Blue Lagoon was the last rock man, but there's 2 more now. So.
Yeah, I thought there was kind
also,
of like a bookend.
One thing we didn't mention, you said, remember how when he said Jobin's not even like the main guy, there's someone else like giving him orders.
Yeah.
So that's another big mystery that we have that we don't that goes our main villain thing is like Jobin, the mom, or this unknown like person pulling the string that's not one of them.
Yeah. Holy shit, I just remember something. I think I just gotta crack this whole case wide open.
Oh no.
Alright, so remember when the architect comes in?
Yeah.
And the thing where he feeds the dog the fruit?
Yeah.
The fruit has to be on the branch, so I think he found the branch. I think he found the fruit growing on the premises.
Well, the whole reason of him going there was to find that. And,
yeah, I think he found it, and then he gave it to the dog. So.
No, they saw him do it before that.
Was it?
I could have swore they before they had their whole encounter with it, they saw him feed fruit to the. Because after that, they go to after they beat him, they go to his bag and find the fruit that he fed the dog with and looked into it.
Oh, they did find half. Yeah, but where did he get that? Because the fruit needs to be.
Because he's part of. I think he just had it with him because he also because the rock people they do a thing where they that's how they make money. They do the equipment exchange. Like they went to a baseball player.
Yeah, but they have to have it. They have to take it like right off the branch. Like it has to be. They said that it has to come off the branch like immediately. Like it can't last. It doesn't last long.
I don't know.
So I think he might have found it on the premises, and then when he got killed by.
I don't think he found it on the premise.
Josuke.
Maybe I don't know.
It doesn't really matter if he found it.
He found a fruit, but I don't think he found the one that Kira and Jofume had.
The one
that one was hidden.
Grafted.
That one was hidden.
But yeah, it would the whole like wall or
because after that,
the earthquake shook everything up.
When we find out about it, Gappy goes to the tree and finds it and takes the branch off so that he can bring it to the appraiser to investigate.
No, that's not what happened.
I thought that's what happened.
No, Gappy took pictures of everywhere.
He took pictures of it. That's right.
He took a picture of all the property because he doesn't know which branch it is. That's why I think the plant grew back, and I think the architect took it off, and then he gets killed, so no one knows where it is.
I don't think he took it off. I think he had it on him the entire time.
Alright, that's just a theory.
You can look it up, but...
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't have, like, any proof. This is just my theory.
So, back to the main villain thing. Do you think... Who's your money on the unknown rock band leader, Mama Higashikata or Jobin?
I think that it has to be Jobin. Comparing him to, like, former JoJo villains, he's introduced early on. He's... Like, they kind of flirt with him being, like, a bad guy, but not being a bad guy. And they also kind of, like, sell him down. My biggest thing is, like, Dolomite says, like, oh, no, don't worry, like, Jobin is just a regular... Jobin's just a fall man, or he keeps saying that Jobin's, like, not important to the operation, which is something that, like, I think Jobin would want him to think. Because he's this guy who's just living, like, in a pond nowhere. Like, he's not really important to the operation anymore.
He does a lot of traveling with, like, the fruit selling.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. There's a lot of sketchiness behind Jobin.
But the mom is also, like, interesting of, like...
Yeah, she did nothing wrong about it.
I don't know, because I have one theory of, like, the mom and Jobin fusing together in, like, the wall's eye and, like, becoming like, the main villain of this weird fuse, like...
That'd be wacky.
Heated teleporting, like, ability character.
Comparing it to, like, other, like, JoJo finales, though, I could see something crazy.
Evolve his final form.
Seriously, like, anything can happen, though. After reading Part 7, anything can happen at the end of the part. Like, we could have, like, an entirely new villain come in.
Yeah.
Like, we know fucking nothing.
Okay, so, you think any more Johnny stuff is gonna come in, or not? Other than the corpse parts, or I'm confident the corpse part are gonna come back in.
They have to. I just don't know in what way they'll come back.
Yeah,
it'll be really strange. Cause like, what do you do with it? Like Josuke just finds like Jesus' corpse.
Spin.
Like, what do I do?
He finds the ball and like you have to learn to spin, Gappy.
Oh my god! Do you think someone's gonna bring the spin back? That'd be crazy.
That'd be interesting. I don't think so. It's such bullshit. It probably could like destroy the rock people.
Yeah, it is just bullshit.
They probably have such an easier time playing the rock people, I think, than like Gappy does right now.
Yeah.
And what's it called? And then do you think Yokakaka, whatever her name is,
her name's Chimera?
Love Deluxe. Do you think we'll get more? If we get more of her, and like, do you think she'll become an ally?
Based on how they've treated Nijimura, probably not.
I think we could get more of her relationship. We didn't get much in the relationship other than she knew them and they had that picture of her, Kira, and Jofume together. Yeah. So I'm thinking she'll come back in as like,
she definitely hung around them
as a Joe bro, because she we see her, she like lurking around just like the town, being very like mysterious. But
yeah, and she left too. She left for a reason. Like she knew that things were getting bad. So she ditched town after the whole like incident with Kira dying.
I'm thinking that I think she'll come back and she'll definitely be like an ally to them. Like whenever if they find like whoever behind and have to, make a team up. I think she would definitely help them out. And
yeah, I could see the Planet Appraiser sticking around too.
Another question. Let's put the thing back up there.
Oh, sorry.
I had something in my head. I had another question I wanted to ask, but I don't remember what it was.
For Planet Appraiser, we were talking about Planet Appraiser.
No, we weren't.
I was asking do you think the Planet Appraiser is going to stick around?
Oh, probably.
As like a Joe bro.
He's like the Rohan, where he's like the douchebag of like the team other than Joshu, but I think he'll stick around. He's kind of too important until they actually like figure out, until he serves his purpose, yeah. Until he points him where to go or whatever.
Well, he looked at the phone and he was like, oh, I know which one it is. So all he has to do is like point it out. Like right now it's him keeping safe. I think that's the one thing that he wants to stay safe because now the rock people are going after him.
Yeah, he led them right to them and try. Think there's another thing I people were saying that like they saw like that Norisaki's gonna get killed. Which I'm thinking if anyone does die, it's probably be him and probably because of his wife. Probably because of his wife. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think she's a red herring. I think she's gonna be. I don't think she's a bad guy.
I think she is. The way she's acting, she's too menacing.
I think she's. I mean, I'd be fucking angry if I was wrongfully accused for 15 years.
Well, if you're a big part of a business, or sorry, a big business with a fruit selling, and your wife got arrested for murdering a child, you want to keep no ties with her, do you?
But she didn't murder the child.
But everyone else knows.
Her shit son did.
Yeah, but her son knocked him out. The mom buried him alive.
Well, I mean, he was gonna die anyway.
Yeah, he could have
I thought she thought he was dead.
I don't know. Still.
That makes it okay.
You're still digging a dead body and covering up a crime is still a crime.
I guess so.
You were sure.
Kaato did nothing wrong.
Sure, Jim. She did all wrong.
No, she's fine.
The whole family did something wrong.
Yeah, they're all fucked up. No one's good in this family.
Jobin's kid, the
no, he's bad. He fucking tortured Yakugo.
Have him get locked up in a vault. Let's have him get locked up in a vault, but he's probably the most sane one out of them all.
I feel like he's gonna do something. Oh yeah, we have to deal with the whole thing where he's gonna turn into stone.
The rock disease. I think that's gonna get cured. I'm thinking that's just mine.
Yeah, I think it will, but I think something shitty's gonna happen regarding it. I think he's gonna do something bad.
I'm hoping Nijimura has more of a when they go more into Holly. I think she'll have a bigger part.
God, I hope so.
I know she can't just have a child of Holly and not have her do anything, especially when she does like Jotaro.
And she's like investigating the Higashikatas too. Like she knows something's up, and there's something fishy about the family.
Yeah. And especially, get here to see Jotaro, like the look of him, but a female version. You have to do something with that.
Yeah,
you can't waste that.
For real.
And do you think we'll get? Do you think we'll get just another a villain will be like an old another character from JoJo? Then other more characters with last names similar.
I'd be a little wary for him to do that again.
So we get a Rohan or a Rohan or Polnareff or something weird like that, or Kakuin just randomly showing like a gender slot version of them.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't write it off entirely. I like the kind of world that he's creating. Like, I like that he's taking these characters as a base and then doing new things with them.
You have the names, but they're not gonna probably match up.
Yeah.
You don't know, if they're, you got the bait and switch with Kira was a good example. I was he had the name, he just said T, but it's nothing like the Kira you knew from part 4.
Yeah.
That wanted a quiet life. Or see this
even Yashiho. Yashiho's not really. I wouldn't connect her to Koichi at all.
Other than being precious.
Yeah. And maybe her stand might evolve. I
don't think her stand will evolve. I think the stand have to be smaller and something bigger.
What I mean is not evolve and get another act. I mean develop new powers.
I think so. Maybe.
I think that's it. Just seems like that's gonna happen.
It could, and then I was trying to think. But there's another question I had in my head, but I just completely forgot it.
Sorry.
No, I got a phone call. That's what happened.
Let me pull this list up again.
Like,
yeah, we kind of gone through all this.
Yeah. Do you think Gappy at some point will go back into Kira and Jofume?
No, not a chance.
Or do you think I think he will at least get all the memories of Jofume back, because since he was alive when the thing happened. Because Kira was dead, so I think he'll get the memories of Jofume and like remember himself more as Jofume than he was Kira.
I disagree. I think Josuke is his own character.
Think he's his own person now?
Yeah, I think I don't know if we'll see him getting memories back.
I think he might get flashes or maybe.
Yeah. I personally don't want him to. I like Josuke like as his own person.
I don't know, we'll see. But only one way to find out, and that's
wait.
You can't predict what Zaraki does.
Yeah.
We gotta get past the Doggy Style arc.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, like, who could have possibly predicted fucking the Diego the World? Like,
no one.
That is like the most legitimate shock.
Because like, okay, we don't have a vampire, but we can have dinosaurs. Like, okay, you can't have dinosaurs. We have another one. We'll have them. We have the world.
Yeah.
It's just like
insane.
Gotta have the time and space stand, I guess. Yeah, and even if you already had a time and space one.
Yeah. Yeah, what's his face already?
It always has to end with a villain that has like time and space minus part 1 and 2.
Yeah, that didn't really fly.
All the stands have like timers that time stop. What's it called? Bites of Dust had time travel in it.
Yeah. Bites of Dust is really weird.
Diablo has Diablo.
Yeah, Killer Queen, which is like
King Crimson was
kind of Killer Queen. Or King Crimson, not Killer Queen. King Crimson's kind of not really a time travel stand, though.
It's still, like...
He can, like, see the future, but all it does is, like, freeze people.
It's still related in time, though. And he makes cuts the time out, so he just, like, He
erases time.
How does it work? And then, you have Poochie, which...
Sped up time.
Yeah. And then you have Valentine, who could just go in dimensions to space and everything. But yeah,
that's why I think there's more to Jobin stand.
Well, they call it Speed King, so people say it's actually like something was movement instead of like actual like heat.
It wouldn't be the first time that stand names didn't make any fucking sense, though. I mean, Dirty Deeds on Dirt Cheap. Like, what does that have to do?
I mean, Filthy Axe, because D4C sounds cool.
D4C does sound really cool.
I mean, Scary Monsters are dinosaurs, I guess.
Sometimes there's a connection, and other times it's just like, no. Like, I don't think so.
I mean... What's it called? Superfly?
Yeah, I was thinking Superfly. Like, what the hell? There's nothing there. Crazy Diamond!
Crazy Diamond, I think, is fine.
It's just a good one.
Yeah, Crazy Diamond's great. Echoes is great.
Echoes kind of makes sense, because it's like sound-based.
It's sound-based. The hand they get, because it's the hand.
It's just a hand.
The ability to hand. I love Bad Company because I love it's the army figure. Cause, like, I think if I had any stand as a kid, that would have been mine to have like the army of little green soldiers and vehicles.
Yeah, that's a really fun.
That's one of my favorite stands in JoJo. Like just like the concept why, because I would have had that one as a kid because I just all I would play with as a kid.
I want Harvest just because I'd be able to. I'd just become rich by like having people stealing.
But you have a spiky head and like disgusting no snot every time. I love or have like the full with the having I like the full abilities like the sand control. Like you guys can like shapeshift and fly.
The full is strange one.
And then you've got like what Green Day? What's green? Mold. Or like
Talking Head is a good one. Talking Head because it talks.
What? It did? Sex Pistols.
Well, Talking Head is like about your.
We'll call it Sex Pistols because he's a pistol.
He's a pistol, but they're called Sex Pistols.
Spice
Even
Girl.
Even with bullets.
Yeah, Spice Girl. Wait, what makes people soft? Wait, what?
Yeah, that one doesn't really.
Wannabe. But like, I just want to use wannabe. That's all I want to use.
I want to have someone scream wannabe while they punch someone to death
and make it amazing. And then like Gold Experience.
Notorious B.I.G.
Well, all the stands are like Notorious B.I.G. because it's a big stand.
He was a fat guy.
Carne. But like
that's why you never let your meat go bad because it turns into a giant monster and kills you.
All like the part 4 to part 6, the stands were like some kind of like hard object of stone, diamond, gold. Like it was always a hard. And then I guess the name was supposed to be like something that like resembled like their character because. Crazy, because Josuke kind of crazy when he got his hair insulted.
Yeah.
Experience, I guess, because Giorno's
an experience.
One of the experience of becoming a gangstar. I don't know. And JoJolion's want to be free from prison.
Stone free?
And then, yeah. We got Kiss with the sticker.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Foo Fighters with Plankton.
Because they fight through.
White Snake had CDs.
It's so funny that a bad guy had White Snake as his...
At least Diver Down was made sense, and Weather Report made sense.
Yeah, even Diver Down's design reflected its ability.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting a little lost in the sauce here.
It's fine. We always do.
I mean, this is good. We're hitting the limit to this bit, though.
Alright. Any other theories or questions or you want to bring up, or that everything?
I can't really think of anything else. I just...
Recommend reading part 8, though? Like, at the good part?
It's extremely good.
It's good. If you like mysteries...
I don't like to rate it yet, since I haven't finished it, but it's probably my
so far
top
so
3.
Good. I'm enjoying it so far. I wouldn't rank it until I'm done with the part, because it would be, like, part 6. I'm not gonna rank part 6 before the end. It's like, I like the first half more than, like, the second half of part 6.
Yeah.
So...
part 6 is such a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I want to do, like, another podcast about it.
No, when we go back and, like, reread, like, part 1 to 4, I think.
That's an idea.
Or if you do, cause I've reread part 4 already, man. Part 3 is the only thing I'm probably gonna go back and read. I read part 2, I went back and read that.
Yeah. Part 1
I kinda want to reread, too.
I really do want to read part 1. I'm very curious as to how it reads, because it's so different than... It'd be really weird to just compare.
Well, part 1 and part 2 are different.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that when that comes around.
I love part 2. Part 2. It's been so long since I've watched it, but I still love part 2 so much.
Jason's great.
He really is so fantastic.
That's why he came back like 3 times.
He's too lovable.
I'm surprised he wasn't like Joey Joestar in like part 8 or something. I'm surprised.
Do you think we're gonna see Joseph?
No, because the fucking timeline is not. Unless he's the actual parent to like fucking
Jofume. That's what I was thinking. Like, because if Jofume is
I think that's the question with like any other Joestar any Joestar come into part 8 other than the ones we've seen.
Wow, I didn't think about that until just now.
Do you think like Holly's husband?
Oh shit, I forgot.
Whoever what's it called, Kira is whoever Kira's dad is.
Yeah, I wonder if like.
Will we get
because they said that,
Joseph that actually be Jofume's dad?
Damn, that'd be fucking awesome. Wait, no, that can't work.
It could.
Oh wait, it could work.
Holly's his kid.
Yeah,
and he still had his thing.
I'm having such a hard time mixing. I'm mixing up all the characters.
Holly and Josuke are brother and sister.
Oh my god, that is so weird.
It already happened.
Wait. Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Whoa, that'd be so weird in this timeline. That would be really weird.
Everyone looks like they're 20 years old, even though they're like 40 or 50. So
that's
like,
true.
It's fine.
Holly looks like she's so young in this.
I know.
She's supposed to be
She kind of looks
old.
like she reminds me of Hot Pants.
Especially what she's wearing at the.
She's not Hot Pants though.
No, Hot Pants is fucking dead. I guess
she got killed under a train. It's fine. She's still there to this day. Some say.
Yeah.
So.
It is weird just how like because the stands in part 7 were such like a different thing.
They're more so attached to the user,
yeah.
Where these are going back to these weird looking like
the punch ghosts.
These mechanical. They don't look more mechanical than they look like humans. Even Yasha, who's like looks like a humanoid, it still like looks like a GPS and like robotic kind of thing. Even Soft Wet looks like robotic.
I think there's a case made for that, but I think there's also stands that disprove that.
Like Killer Queen, when Kira had his Killer Queen, it looked like part 4 completely.
It
looked completely different than like every other stand we've seen. Like, so.
I was hoping that Jofume would have had a different stand rather than just having Soft and Wet, because that would have been so cool if it was like a fusion between 2 stands. Because it's like their 2 identities were fused.
Yeah, I kind of wish it had like something. The Killer Queen has some kind of thing that on Soft and Wet to make it look like it was like.
Yeah, that would have been neat.
Other than that, the bubbles was the only thing it got it from it.
Yeah.
So.
Also, what was Jofume's ability?
It was the same thing as Soft and Wet is. It takes away the traits, but without the bubbles.
But the one thing that just like the only time we see him use it, we see him use it twice, and it behaves more like Josuke's part 4 stand.
I'm pretty sure if that's why Soft and Wet is just like Jofume's ability, but with Kira's bubbles. That's what it was. But and since like he didn't have the explosive bubbles, he can just make the like the bubbles like normal, so he doesn't have to explode. So he can use that as a shield and whatever.
Yeah.
So, which I really like that when he uses like the bubbles and like.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's very versatile for a stand that's just like bubbles that take away an aspect or a trait, or something actually physical on you.
Mm.
So
look at that delicious boy. I love him. He's
great,
adorable.
great Pompadour. Go down to soft abilities, absorb aspects
of things, ability.
They're not like the bubbles. They like he does make bubbles as well, but he's lacked the star marking that Kira had.
Oh, hold on, wait. Oh, this is okay. Wait, so he means...
Oh yeah, he took the pepper out of his ramen. I forgot that.
Okay, that's where I was confused.
He took the pepper aspect out of his ramen.
Yeah, that's.
If I could take like the spice out of it.
Huh. It opens up a lot of like, because what he does is he grafts the plant on. He breaks a branch off and grafts it on using his ability. And so I'm just like, how is...
I don't know.
That's kind of a stretch. I don't understand. Like, if Araki would explain it, then I would be okay with it, but...
Whatever. So...
Damn, I fucking love the art style on this part. It's so good.
That's the picture. Yeah, like them.
That was like the picture where you see Jofumi's Joestar. I like lost my shit. I was like, what?
Alright, so any other things you want to talk about? Any questions you have?
No, I think that's really it.
Alright, so...
I guess we'll end it here.
So stay tuned. Wherever we get the translations of Part 8 will come out in like a week, probably after it comes out. Probably the plan.
Yeah, whenever they happen, I guess we'll do like an emergency episodes.
In time, we'll do our spoiler cast from parts 1 to 4. We're kind of working backwards, but it's fine.
When they come out.
If you're just listening to the JoJo podcast, give our other side podcast, Neoncast, a listen. We appreciate it. It's a little podcast that could.
The little podcast that could, yes. We have several non-listeners.
You gotta recommend one Neoncast episode to listen to. Which one?
I really hated the Centaur anime.
It was something that we hate. It was something that we hate that we love to hate was the I think what was the Tokyo not Tokyo the what was the one with the A&W?
Cat Planet Cuties.
Yeah, Cat Planet Cuties.
That was insane.
Watch that one. That was probably the most like interesting like insane one that I've ever.
And Hyper Police. I'd recommend Hyper Police too as like a really like a weird one that we had a lot of fun with.
So we appreciate you listening to us. Where can they follow us and find us and ask questions on?
Pretty much the Neoncast. I think I'm going to be posting this podcast on that channel, so just click around on that channel and you'll see stuff. Yeah, and any recommendations or questions or comments, you can send us our email at the Neoncast. At the Neoncast. Wait.
One Neoncast. You managed the email, man. I'm so tired right now. The Neoncast at gmail.com. Yes, so any questions or any other recommendations, like, is there any OVAs, like, maybe we do the Rohan OVA? Or, we'll definitely do something about Rohan. Or we can do the other manga, spin-off Rohan manga. I would really like to watch. I have that in my car, actually, right now. Wait, which one? The Rohan, The Spoke Rohan. Yeah, I think that's Spoke Rohan. Or not No Spot, is Rohan at the something. At the Louvre? Yeah. Oh, I want to read that. I have that in my car. Oh, cool, I want to read that. So, I have that. And anything else? Anything JoJo related? We should do the original Stardust Crusaders OVA. Maybe we watch or read Boa. Raki's original thing. Read that. How long is that? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I just know that it's from the fighting games. That's literally all I know about it. So yeah. So maybe whenever we get around to Eyes of Heaven, we can do that story. We'll do a Let's Play. I had that's gonna take time, but we can talk about that. So yeah. So thank you for listening. Yes, thank you. I'm Sam. And I'm Jim. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye.